Hey guys, Dave and Anna again. I wanted to talk a little bit about this whole plane situation, which is obviously horrible. As we're taping it right now, it is still missing. Seemingly nobody knows what's going on. We are news people, right?
I'd like to think so.
We like to think that we're news people. The big story to me, since we don't know what's going on in the plane, is how bad the news coverage has been, particularly CNN. This 24-hour endless speculation where they start every sentence by saying, we're not going to speculate. And then they speculate.
And then they speculate. Yes.
And they bring on a panel literally of like 6 guests at once and 2 hosts and cameras flying in and out. And just this horrible sensationalism of it, easier said. What do you make of the media coverage? Because to me, that's been, look, the plane itself, obviously terrible. And there's only so much we can say about it while we don't know what's going on. But this idea that the news can't stop and can't control itself.
Yeah, so the reason why like some of the major networks like CNN cover the missing Malaysia flight 24 hours a day is because it's obviously helping them with their ratings. And so I don't know if it doesn't speak highly of our media or if it doesn't speak highly of the American people, because these are the people that are consuming the news. These are the people who are watching. And no matter what you want to believe about a particular network, at the end of the day, what they care about is how much money they make and how much advertisers or how many advertisers they can bring in through their coverage. So there's a little issue there. However, I don't think that that's enough of an excuse for a network to do irresponsible speculation on a really, really important and tragic story.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of chicken or the egg because they keep feeding it to us and then we keep watching and then we complain about it, but then that only spikes the ratings even more. How do they get out of it? How do they stop? Now they've come so far, right? We're 14 days in or something. Can CNN tomorrow be like, you know what, we realized we didn't know what we were doing for these last 2 weeks.
Right.
Back to the normal news.
Well, CNN can go ahead and experiment with their coverage, and instead of going to the lowest common denominator and doing speculation, they can do unique coverage on issues that you don't see in the mainstream press, right? So on TYT, we've covered the Malaysia flight a little bit, but we only do so when there's new information, and we try to avoid speculating as much as possible. Some people have their hypothesis, and I guess it's okay to share what you think, but it's important to say, look, this is just speculation. We don't know. But the reason why TYT is popular is because we cover shit that people want to hear. Stuff that you're not going to see in other news networks. Vice does the same thing. So
does that also show you why the internet is the future? Because CNN has to put something out for 24 hours, just endless crap. They have to keep talking. Right. Where what we do, you can click away. We hope you don't, but you can click away and you can choose what to watch.
Exactly. You can pick and choose, which is awesome. And you look at the title of a video and you're like, I'm not really into that story. Instead, I'm going to focus on this story regarding, I don't know, income inequality. Just pulling it off the top of my head. So yeah, I think this whole notion that there needs to be 24-hour live coverage is a very antiquated one, and I like that new media is kind of changing the model, changing the mold. And the majority of millennials, which by the way these major networks want to appeal to, don't consume their news that way. They don't run home to watch a live show. They'll TiVo, yes, but a lot of times they want content on demand on the internet.
Yeah, the other thing I think is that if you feed people shit constantly, they will keep consuming it. Yeah. As gross as that sounds. You know what I mean? Like they just keep feeding it to us and then people just keep watching. It's like somehow we have to make them better.
I know.
And I mean us as people that are in the online news world, like we got to do it because they're handing us a pretty good gift here, don't you think?
They really are. And it's always funny to me when they want to appeal to an audience, and the way that they do it is by like doing ridiculous sensationalism that people can see through right away. So you know what, CNN? You do you. I love it because we're snatching up your audience.
Literally, we
hide
are
your
taking.
Kids, hide your wife. They're snatching people up in here.
We're coming for you, Wolf Blitzer. You hear me? Subscribe. We want to know what you guys think. Let us know in the comments down below. Subscribe. What else can they do on YouTube?
You can comment.
You can comment.
But only if you're nice.
Only nice comments, please.